Hello and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. I hope you're all doing very well out there. And if you remember correctly, in the last episode, we'd just spoken to Professor Fig, and we essentially got told that we couldn't do, or basically we did the restricted section where we had to go and find a book that was left by the keepers, and we had Sebastian's aid in that, and we were also then told by Professor Fig that we had to then go on to, or he had to go to the ministry to explain everything that had happened with George Osric, who had travelled with us to Hogwarts. So we then have a choice of going on to do the Herbology class and then meeting Natty, or so what I did say we'd do is we probably we need to do cross ones, but we'll need to actually do so Professor Hecat's assignment, which came up during the conversation we had the last episode, we'll have to do when we leave the school to meet Natty. So I'm thinking we'll go and do cross ones and probably do some exploring on the way. Right, so I should apologise for it being a few days since I've last done an episode of this. I would like to get this to at least the point where it's autumn, as of course we are in what they refer to as the Dark Arts month in the wizarding world. Right, okay, so we haven't... Right, so we'll do the practice dummy first.
I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Right.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
That's it!
Accio. Incendio.
Good one!
Right, so as you'll see that when I'm doing the basic cast, which is the blue highlighted bits, I'm doing them slowly, so that because when you're doing it fast,
Accio.
you tend to miss.
Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
And of course on this bit you can do it as fast as you like.
Excellent form! Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Right, now I'd love actually, I mean, I have done it in the last playthrough else they couldn't have done it without you, but this time I want to do it. It's just a dummy because I love the answer that Lucan gives.
It was only a training dummy.
True, but it's a difficult dummy. Believe me, I know. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Right, okay, so...
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Right, okay, I'm going to go with
Yes,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Then let's get started.
Of course, as you saw, you do have the option
We can
to
make this
do
a
it
real
without
victory.
any help.
That's the spirit.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Frigo! Is that stupid shot? Levioso! Accio! Incendio!
You're better than that.
Protego! Stupid shot! Stupid shot! Accio! Incendio! Accio! Incendio! Frigo! Sendo!
What's a duel? What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Right,
The best duelist won, I suppose.
You can't be beat, can you?
Lost to a new student? I didn't see that coming.
Shame it's over. I was just getting started.
right, okay. I think what we'll do is we'll put on the outfit that we were just given. I think it's only available in right, and I think we then have some gloves to accompany it. No, we don't. There we go. They go nicely with it. Just leave it at that for now. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to go and see Natty. So, went straight to the wrong bit. First, we're literally more or less here. Right,
Revelio.
obviously collected that one. Now, for some reason or other, I don't understand, but this one always activates itself. I'm assuming that has something to do with the fact that when it tells you about the when you have to go down to meet Natty, that it just automatically activates.
Revelio.
Right, well, I'm sure most of you will recognise this place. And if we just go outside here... Oh, they've removed it. Well, basically there was a little tombstone with Buckbeak there on it, which was... oh, it's here. So this here is a little... what's it? Because... well, this was basically added for the actor who played Hagrid, Robbie Coltrane, because he died in 2022. Not long.
I should investigate.
Well, before they were intending to, at the time they were going to release it, before it was then put on hold. Right, so there's a number of things we can do here. So I'm going to do Grace Pinch-Smedley first.
Might I beseech you for some assistance?
Hello. Can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch-Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch-Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
Right. Okay, but I'm going to ask these
You seem
questions.
to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch-Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch-Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art. I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool, essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back.
Right.
I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
From what I understand, a furlong, I believe, and I could be wrong, is about 1 mile, and it's a term generally used on
This
horse
must be
racing.
where the Pinch-Smedley family astrolabe is.
But as I say, I could be wrong about that. So what intrigues me about this is that we don't see how we're holding our breath here, but the only thing I can surmise is it is to do with our ability to use ancient magic.
I should let Grace know that I found her family astrolabe.
So what I believe she was trying to describe is a device that was, I think, used specifically in ancient times to where they used the stars to navigate their way around the oceans.
Hello, Grace. I followed your bearings on a dive in the Black Lake.
Oh, how incredible! Did you find the astrolabe?
I did. I hope it makes your father happy.
It will. I can't wait to see his face. Thank you so much for doing this for me, and for my family. You do well to keep an eye out for more spots to dive. A diver of your caliber is certain to find all sorts of things down there. Thank you again, and I do hope you keep diving. You certainly have a knack for finding treasure.
Right, so let's speak to Natty.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I am well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
What does that mean?
I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Serona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibililand. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Right, I would say that this could be dangerous, but she's obviously in Gryffindor for a reason. And those of you that are Gryffindors will know what I mean by that comment. So I'm going to go with this one as response.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrok.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon. How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Right. The one thing I've noticed, as you probably just heard then, Natty's just apparated back to the castle. As far as I'm aware, you're not allowed to do that. And just
come this way. Think.
certainly don't think. Well, as far as I'm aware, you don't start learning it until. Well, you start the process in the 6th year, but you don't actually fully get licensed till the 7th year.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a dog's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student! You can't be sick!
Enough out of you. Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You come to the wrong. It's
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes. Stop right there! Hang on, we can hold them off!
Accio, I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this to cover my dead body!
Ah!
Incendio.
Alright.
Little brat!
Accio. Incendio. Lumos.
Oh, wrong button.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Right. Okay. So I want you to see me do this. So I did say I was going to work up to hard mode. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Right, so I'm going to go up to easy, and then in the next probable 2 episodes, I'll then go up to the hard mode. So I'm just going to explain quickly why I do this. So the reason being is I am an epileptic, and while games do not actually affect my ability to play, mainly because in a lot of games they've given you the option to change the settings so that you can turn off, in some games, turn off any flashing and that kind of thing. I do tend to get, one of my triggers for my epilepsy is stress. So if I get stressed out, it could trigger a seizure for me. So I always start when I play a game at the easiest level and try to work my way up. I did say earlier in this start of this playthrough that I would start to go through up to hard mode. So I want to do that gradually, as you've just seen me do. And we're going to basically progress from there, as I say, and see how we do. If it gets too stressful for me, then I will lower it down again. But I will see how it goes. So, but I just want you to understand that is the reason for my doing it the way I do. So I want you to be able to hear me. Well, the last thing I want is for you to hear me suddenly having an epileptic seizure while I'm playing this. Not that it's slightly... I mean, obviously with the fact that I'm recording it and I can obviously just edit it and that you wouldn't hear it, but I'm just saying that if I was to do a live stream, that would be the last thing I would want for anybody to hear. And also just to make it clear, I'm not saying this because I want any sympathy. I'm just saying it so that you understand my point of view of how I play the games. Okay? Right, let's talk to Nora Tredwell, shall we?
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why 2 Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You're a researcher?
Nora Tredwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specializing in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
Right, so I noticed that they reworded that Merlin attended Hogwarts. So they've said he attended Hogwarts, but they didn't. Nora Tredwell didn't say that he was a student like she did previously. And I think that reason they've done that is because a lot of people, like myself included, have actually questioned whether he would have been an actual student at Hogwarts. I certainly feel that if he attended Hogwarts, he would have been an actual teacher, a professor, not an actual student. Purely the reason I say that is because in the stories written up by him, by the Earl of Warwickshire, who first originally wrote about him, he was perceived to be a teacher. So, for example, he taught Morgana how to use her powers, and it would later on go on to teach Nimue, or Neve, however you would prefer to pronounce it. Nimue, stroke Neve, eventually went on to become the Lady of the Lake, and was the one that received Excalibur when it was thrown into the lake. Now, obviously, the Earl of Warwickshire, who wrote it, never stated where the lake was pertaining, but it's believed it's based on an actual king from a place in Cornwall called Tintagel, but there's no actual proof of whether that's the case or not. But essentially, the reason that the whole legend of King Arthur came about was because of the fact that the French kings that had invaded England, i.e. William the Conqueror, or William something else as we know him in England, basically wanted to use that as a means to essentially tell the people of England, we are descendants of King Arthur, and it gives us the right to rule over you. So essentially, that's why that legend came about. All the romantic side of things came about later on with the French when they wrote in the story of Guinevere and Lancelot. So that's what I do know. But anyway.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swirl on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
Right. So it's pretty obvious what I have to do here, even without me not...
Did you see that? The vines...
Incendio! What should I do now? The flames make the pile sink.
How beautiful!
So obviously, as I say, I've done a dark... I've done a dark playthrough of this already. And obviously, even though I've done that, and obviously told me what I needed to do, it's pretty obvious that these were for lighting. So, because it's obviously, and if you don't know what you need to do, she does eventually give you a hint anyway.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed, I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
I actually love what she's about to do. Right, okay, so we've got to do Professor Hackett's assignment, so I always tend to do it with so I'll be interested to know, actually I won't say what I was going to say then. I love the fact that the chickens react to that, but none of the others do. Right.
never thought Ranrok's loyalists would go this far.
Pardon me, is everything all right?
Hardly. I've just lost my business and almost my life. You'd best look elsewhere for wares. I've nothing to sell now. I never thought it'd come to this. Be on your guard. Ranrok and his loyalists will spare no one.
They attacked you?
Oh, Ranrok has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
Has Ranrok's lot ever attacked you like this before?
They've been taunting and threatening me for a while now. But they've always believed that violence is the only way to get what they want. Things have taken a much darker turn of late. Ranrok is getting more powerful, and his loyalists know it. They feel untouchable. Ranrok assumed that all goblins would agree to follow him, but he was wrong. Many of us would like a diplomatic end to the discord with wizard kind.
You mentioned that your paintings were taken. Are you a painter?
I am. It's my calling, though most would think it an unusual path for a goblin. Most of my family work in metal, or associated with Gringotts. I'd wager my finest brush that Ranrok's lot have no appreciation for any of my work, and it'll be tossed aside for kindling. Without my carts and my livelihood, who knows when I'll be able to paint again?
I'm sorry this happened to you. I shall certainly keep an eye out for your carts.
That is very kind of you, but I think they took them to their camp southwest of here, just past some ruins. Too dangerous to try and retrieve them. I did enchant the carts to return to me if I ever lost them, however. Slim though the chances may be, I'm holding out hope that some of what was taken is returned to me. It was nice meeting you. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Right.
After what Ranrok did to that goblin banker at Gringotts, I shouldn't be surprised at what happened to Arn.
The one thing I like about this is that
Accio! Incendio! Protego! Stupid! Accio! Incendio! Cursed fiends. Revelio!
yeah, so the one thing I like about some of the side quests is that they do actually interrelate with the main story, and that was the main reason why I chose to actually include doing them. Nope.
Revelio.
Right, so this Hebridean Black is a large dragon that can grow to over 9 meters in length. A large rough scale originally belonging to one of these beasts is one of the prized possessions Archibald keeps in his hideout. And presumably he got it from that one there.
Accio! Incendio! Protego! Stupid one! Accio! Incendio! Revelio!
Right, so this is one of the reasons why I wanted to actually increase my difficulties, because
What do you have in store for me this time?
because I know how easy it is to defeat them, you know, because I've got used to certain spell sets. I know kind of straight away what to go for.
Revelio! What's that? Settled.
Right, deal with the mongrels in just a moment.
Accio. Incendio. Protego. Lumos.
Oh.
Revelio.
I love the fact that they've got the sheep and that here. They can attack them or eat them at any time, but yet they just leave us alone. Right, let's just
Accio. Incendio. Past the ruins. I'm on the right track.
what happened to, I don't know why, but I don't seem to be getting the spider fangs when I
Revelio. Accio. Incendio. Protego.
that was a complete waste of
Incendio.
that's something I've noticed in some of the playthroughs I've done is that when I go to do
An encampment. This must be it. Protego. Accio. Incendio.
right. You may just see some carts going off in that cart going off in the distance there.
Looks as if there's more than one way to enter.
That cart actually belongs to Nora Tredwell.
Anne will regret not joining us.
Right, so I need to mark what's it up so that it shows that I've done this.
You'll be made even more of an example. Why have you not run away? Intend to die, do you?
Accio.
You are terribly outmatched. Surely you can see that.
I do this mainly because it's part of the
Leviosa.
I will have my revenge. Release me.
All right, one more.
Leviosa. Yes.
What are you doing?
Accio. Incendio.
I won't bet.
Incendio.
Wow.
Suffering an intruder!
I was quite longer than necessary.
Lumos.
Accio. Incendio. No! Prepare to surrender. Child! Much too slow. Incendio. I won't. Dead.
Alright, where are you?
Accio. Incendio.
That was quite something. Now, to free arms cards.
Okay, so let's
Revelio.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
Accio. Incendio.
right, if anybody knows how to get into this bit here to get these mushroom things, please let me know, because I have not figured out a way.
Accio.
Quite an enchantment. The cards are returning to Arn.
Leviosa.
Oh.
Accio. Incendio. Accio.
I love the fact my controller's vibrating to tell me when there's right, what didn't say something's clearly right, okay. Probably suspect that time I get back to Arn, so what I'll do is I'll speak to Arn, and I think I will quickly go to the defense against the dark arts, learn that.
Arn, I have good news. Your cards are on their way back.
I don't know what to say. Any hope I have of getting my belongings back was quickly fading. Ranrok's lot called me a fool for believing in the good in wizard kind. Thank you for proving them wrong.
I managed to free your cards fairly easily.
Oh, I'm glad you're all right. Oh, I can't wait to have my things back, especially my paints. You know, you've inspired me. I've been dealing with witches and wizards for years, and we've always got along just fine. Perhaps my next piece will be a tribute to all that is good between us.
What a nice idea, Ron. I wish you luck with it.
Oh, I can't wait to get started. Thank you again for all you've done.
Right, okay,
All
well,
the best to you. Once my carts arrive, I'd be happy to show you my wares.
right, so I had intended to go and do the dark arts, but unfortunately I need to go to the bathroom. So I think what I'll do is I'll end it here, and we'll proceed next time by going to, first of all, the dark arts during the daytime. We'll then do potions and herbology, and proceed with whatever happens next. So until then, goodbye for now and happy gaming.